presentation of CBC Sports.
You're watching CBC Sports. I'm Anastasia Pusis, and today I have the distinct pleasure of talking to one of the pillars of Team Canada in the pool, two-time Olympian, Mary-Sophie Harvey. She is joining us coming off of an amazing 2024 World Aquatics Swimming World Cup, 3 events, and she finished 7th overall. So great to see your face. It was such an amazing World Cup for you, buddy. What was so different this year?
The whole season, the whole 2024 has been really a dream. And I think coming off of the Olympics, I wanted to get back into racing and just enjoy it as much as I can, just because I don't want the year to end, basically.
Well, it's been quite the year, of course. We will get into Paris, but you won $43,000 from this World Cup circuit. I mean, that's big money. Like, how does that change your approach to swimming?
It's good. It definitely helps because doing a sport is quite expensive. So I tried not to think too much about the money when I was racing. Obviously, it's a nice bonus, but honestly, I didn't want to put too much pressure because I didn't know what I was getting myself into at the start of the World Cups. Obviously, 3 weeks later, I'm really pleased with the results. And yes, the money is definitely a good bonus. And it's definitely going to help ease my mind for the year ahead. So it's definitely a positive.
And I'm not trying to push in any capacity, and I'm not looking for bank statements, but that is a good chunk of money, though. Like, in comparison to sponsorship or funding, really, what is the role of kind of that prize money going forward?
It's a lot. It's all of it because I don't have sponsorships yet. So, prize money is basically my only bonus that I can have. So it's definitely a big chunk of it.
Wow. I'm sorry to hear about the sponsorship. I hope that continues to grow throughout the year, because
hopefully.
You did have, you did have a very successful Paris Games. How much confidence, though, does what you just lived and what you just saw, from your results on the World Cup, how much confidence does that give you going into the rest of the season?
It gives me tremendous confidence just in terms of we have World Championships coming in December, short course. And I really wanted to get back into racing for World Cups and kind of wanted to see what my focus events would be at World Cups, because right now I'm interned in 7 events. And I don't think I'm going to race in 7 because it's a lot. It's 6 days, 7 events plus 6 relays. So it's just a lot of racing. So I came into World Cups trying to figure out what would be my focus events and try to narrow it down, and definitely gives me confidence going best times right now in this season and a month ahead of Worlds. It's definitely good.
Lots of racing. You've had a lot of racing in the lead up to Paris, at Paris, of course, in the tail of the Olympics. Just how important was it to have some great teammates alongside you too? Because, I think of Ingrid Wilm, I think of Sophie Angus. You have a very special friendship, and especially coming out of an Olympics, sometimes it can be heavy.
Yeah, I was so happy to be with these girls. They're amazing training partners, but also friends just to have. And it made the trip so much better, less stressful, and we could rely on each other. We didn't have any coaches with us, so we relied a lot on each other, and just enjoying the trip also was so much better with these two.
Did they really lift you up, in that post-Paris? I don't want to say blues, but again, there can be that heaviness, as I've mentioned.
Yeah, I feel like as athletes, yes, we talk a little bit about it, but we don't overshare how we're feeling. And when I came back home, I was starting to get the Olympic blues, and I was asking myself so many questions in terms of, do I still enjoy swimming? There's something missing. I don't really know what. And then going into World Cups, I was with them, and then to know that I was not feeling this way just by myself, but they were feeling this way too. It really helped us get better. And then as soon as we started racing, we are like, oh my gosh, like we actually do enjoy swimming. It's not the racing. I think we just missed that part. And it definitely helped ease that little blues.
What was your favorite part of the World Cup?
I mean, traveling was definitely fun. I mean, I got to check off 2 new countries, so that I was really happy. Um, but I would say like the World Cups is so different because most of the athletes there, we all traveled together throughout all the 3 stops. So I got to meet so many new athletes and make so many good connections, and I think that's like definitely one of the highlights.
Well, we've mentioned Short Course Worlds, December 10th to 15th, coming up in just over a month. What are your personal expectations going into this championship?
I mean, again, I'm trying not to put too much pressure on myself in terms of results in itself, but I mean, I'd be lying if I don't think about it, considering it went so well at World Cups. It's definitely hard to choose between events just because I did okay in most of them at World Cup. So it's hard to take some of them out, but I think it's necessary if I want to medal in any. I think I'll need to focus on some. And I think it's pretty cool to like say it out loud because I didn't know at 25 I could have a shot at my first individual world medal. But it's definitely a goal of mine, and hopefully I can make it happen in a month.
Canadians are going to be following along because CBC is going to have wall-to-wall coverage. Again, December 10th to 15th, Short Course World Championships. What can Canadians expect to see, Mary-Sophie?
I think the fun thing about World Short Course, it's a smaller pool, and I think it's better to watch on TV, honestly, because it's smaller, it's more compact, but we see it as actually like a bit less stressful and more fun. And yes, we have a smaller team this year, but I think it's going to be a great team. And I'm really excited to see some of these athletes coming off of Olympics, like a great Olympics, and then see what they can do in the smaller pool.
It's going to be a huge, huge competition. You did just mention the Olympics one last time, though. You know, it has been a few months. Thoughts and reflections from your time in Paris?
I mean, it's been a crazy experience. I really enjoyed the whole experience. I see it like coming off of it, like now after a few months, I'm still really happy with myself because I know I gave everything I had, and it feels good to know that I have no regrets towards the results. It's yes, like the position is it still stinks a little bit, but I have no regrets in terms of the lead up to it and the actual day of racing.
And certainly hope that you have absolutely no regrets going into Short Course World Championships. And thank you again for everything that you have done. Such an amazing World Cup circuit and season. And it's going to be so exciting to watch you build into this championship. Thank you so much, Mary-Sophie.
Thank you for having me.